Hello and welcome to LSJ News. Wildlife parks and nature sanctuaries across Lincolnshire have been enjoying great success since reopening on Monday. And this comes as a relief as some businesses have been financially struggling throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. Our reporter Aaron Hussain has more. And Aaron, can we get a further insight into how it's a relief for these businesses?
Well, Chris, it's a relief for these businesses because they usually rely on visitor numbers for income. If we take Natureland Seal Sanctuary as an example, it costs £2,000 a month to rehabilitate each seal because that's what they do, that's their specialism. And this has been especially hard to achieve in COVID because of 3 national lockdowns, tier restrictions have been happening over the past year and a bit. So, visitors just haven't been coming in. And I spoke to the director of Natureland, Matthew Yeadon. He mentioned how helpful the crowdfunding schemes were before opening up.
It comes and goes in waves, and every time, obviously, we talk about it on our social media, it has a little surge and then goes quiet again. But it's trickling in gradually, and it's definitely a big help. Any donations that we get at all, whether it's £1 or £100, it's a massive change for us and a massive difference to supplying our animals with food and all the essentials.
And what preparations have been made since the reopening?
Well, there's all sorts of different ways in which they're keeping safe, COVID safe, depending on things like capacity, the popularity of the business and their facilities and things like that. Whereas some places, i.e. Natureland, they're quite small, whereas others are substantially larger and more spaced out, so they can allow different numbers of visitors in, and thus having a larger visitor capacity limit. And I spoke to Steve Nichols about this. He's the chief executive of Lincolnshire Wildlife Park. And he outlined how the how his business was made safe.
It's been brilliant. We've put a maximum of, we've always been quite well known for being very cautious throughout this COVID, and wherever need be, even at our own deficit, that we've actually closed the doors and we haven't reopened until it's been safe. And we put maximum numbers on, so we'll only take in 500 people per day. We are over quite a large, expansive area of over 25, 30 acres, but 500 people means that people can be social distance as much as possible.
So why are wildlife centres important when considering the ease of these lockdown restrictions?
Well, Chris, not all people prefer to go to things like pubs or the gyms. Some people are a bit more, interested in wildlife and animals. They've got a passion for those and they want to indulge their interest in that sort of area maybe. And you know what as well, it's a really nice day out for a lot of people, including families and wildlife enthusiasts, and the opening of these businesses allows them to go and do that again.
Thank you very much. That's our reporter Aaron Hussain there.